Herbert Hoover was what we now call a workaholic. I mean, this was a man who really believed in work. He's the man who's always on the job and believes that if only I can work harder and only I can put more hours in on it, I'll solve the problem.
With his strong work ethic and proven management skills, Hoover seemed destined for presidential greatness.
The only problem was that the economy totally tanked as of October 1929. Many of the qualities that made him look that he would be so good for leading a period of prosperity were really not up to dealing with the challenges of the Depression.
As a Depression president, Hoover was handicapped by his innate lack of charisma. His lackluster public speeches did little to inspire confidence.
What our people need is the restoration of their normal jobs, the recovery of agricultural prices, and of business.
Hoover didn't believe in using direct government intervention to ward off the Depression. Instead, he relied on what he called voluntarism, asking corporations to voluntarily improve working conditions and wages.
If I could have counseled Herbert Hoover in 1930 or 1931, I would have said, Mr. President, the government needs to do more. Voluntarism isn't going to work. Unfortunately, I think what happened to Hoover was that the Depression traumatized him.
He made his plight much worse by becoming extremely defensive. He just didn't have the temperament, among other things, to deal with a crisis of this magnitude.
On the 8th day of November,
Hoover had the misfortune of running for re-election in the depths of the Depression. The 1932 campaign turned his name into a permanent punchline.
A Hoover hotel was a cardboard shack. A Hooverville was a collection of cardboard shacks. A Hoover flag was an empty pocket turned inside out.
The summer of 1932 was miserable for Hoover.